Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodio. Welcome guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the time Spider-Man was pushed into battling Kingpin, almost killing him. It's part of the Back in Black phase of Spidey right after the Marvel Civil War, the first one. This particular story is really good, even though it leads into the One More Day story arc. That was Spidey's worst of all time. This one's written by J. Michael Straczynski. I'm not sure if Straczynski made that other atrocity, One More Day. And we have really good art by Ron Garney, especially his art for Kingpin. He catches a lot of subtleties in Kingpin's face that really add to the story and really shows how cunning and evil Kingpin is. So here we have the end of the Civil War. Get this final showdown between Captain America and Iron Man. Obviously, Spider-Man changed sides from Team Iron Man to Team Cap, so he's going to have a falling out with Iron Man. He's not living in the Avengers Tower anymore. He's basically on the run because he's an unregistered hero. So the U.S. authorities are after him. He's keeping Mary Jane and Aunt May in hiding. They're living in this hotel, or actually motel. We cut to Kingpin, who's put a hit on Spider-Man's head. He really wants to make Spider-Man hurt. He wants to see if he can take down the people nearest to Spidey. He really wants to make him pay. So he's working his Kingpin magic. He can get a hitman close enough to take down, be it Mary Jane or Aunt May. So Straczynski, like this whole part where we have the hitman, he's staking out the motel room where Peter and his family are staying at. Like he's thinking he's going to take a shot on Mary Jane. Is he going to do a shot on Peter Parker or on May? It's very well done. So when he has his chance to take his shot, it seems that Kingpin wants to have Peter present when one of his family members gets shot. Peter's able to save Mary Jane, but the bullet ends up in May. And this is actually going to set the ball rolling for, again, the worst Spider-Man story arc ever. So Peter Parker tries to take down the sniper, but he's able to escape. He takes Aunt May to the hospital. Here we have Kingpin getting the news like that the sniper failed, but that Aunt May is in critical condition, and like he knows what's going to happen. Like every frame with Kingpin and his dialogues with the guards is just, it's all pure gold. Like again, Ron Garney was on top of his game here. So Peter Parker's really pissed off about this whole situation. Obviously, if someone tries to kill your surrogate mother, I would too. So he's trying to find out, surrogate or adoptive. Yeah, I think I should say adoptive. He starts hunting through the underworld, trying to find out who hired this hitman, the sniper. He's getting really violent and reckless. Here's when, around this part of the story where he's pulls out the black costume. Again, this black costume, every once in a while, not all the time, but when you see this, you know he means business. He's getting pretty heavy metal. It's not on a Punisher level, but like he's on the level of Batman, of the way he decides to intimidate people and stuff like that. So he finally finds the sniper. He takes him down. He doesn't try to kill him, but he gets shot by another hitman, so he can't get all the answers he needs. But in a pretty cool way, he actually ends up discovering that the man behind the shooter is the Kingpin. So Kingpin knows Spider-Man's coming, and I love how he's written that he thinks he can defeat Spider-Man. Like he thinks he can overpower him, because we're talking about Spider-Man would normally pull his punches, like he wouldn't hit 100%. Kingpin actually thinks he could take down Peter and just humiliate him in front of the whole prison. Obviously, he buys off all the guards so he can be let out of his cell and have all the prisoners out of their cells. He gets his classic suit. This final page, like I forgot to mention which issues. I'll probably put it in the description below which issues this takes place. We get this last shot in one of the issues with the final showdown between both characters. And then we get the battle. Again, we can see Kingpin. He thinks he's going to own Spider-Man. He starts taunting him, and Spider-Man starts kicking the living shit out of Kingpin. It's so awesome. But Kingpin keeps goading him. He just keeps on pushing him. But Spider-Man's like, he's not playing around. He moves so fast that Kingpin can't even lay one hand on him, and Spider-Man just obliterating him. And there's a moment he's like, Spider-Man's not going to kill you, but Peter Parker is. He pulls off his mask in front of all the prisoners. For those who don't know, during the Secret Wars, I would say a Civil War story arc, everyone, since he was part of the registration, he actually made public that he was Peter Parker. So this wasn't an issue for him at the moment, even though this is going to be a big problem for him. Actually, this is what started everything in the first place. Kingpin finding out that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. And I remember reading this and being really, this story really hits you. It's like, oh shit, Peter Parker went flipped out. Like, I've seen a billion times after this, and then later on I backtracked and read all of Spider-Man from the 80s. Spider-Man getting like really violent and pissed off and just really letting go on a villain. But this is like the first time I read it that I thought to myself, it's like, oh God, like Spider really holds back. And I think this is the best time, like Straczynski really crafted the story very well. And Spider-Man just, the number that he does on Kingpin's like, if you ever go after me again, I'll just wreck you. Leave me alone, leave my family alone. I'll actually kill you, filling your lungs with web fluid. So don't. Don't ever even think about it. Like when he says the part he's going to fill his lungs with web fluid, like after the beating he gets, like Kingpin's like, okay, yeah, I'll leave you be. He humiliates Kingpin in front of the whole prison. It's freaking awesome. Again, this story is really good. It's a shame that this leads into such a pile of. I can't even express how much I hated One More Day. So see you guys next time. Bye.